Referee Massimo Barravecchio draws them together, and I wonder if there might just be a few memories which go through Jon Thaxton's mind, because Barravecchio was the referee in charge of proceedings when he fought Yuri Romanov last year, and Thaxton fans will need no reminding that on that occasion Romanov was the man who emerged victorious. Mezaache looks in terrific shape. Thaxton, as ever, a fighter who lives the life, he's never not in shape. And at 34, probably as good as he's ever been. It's a 12-rounder, European title fight. And possibly, if he can come through this, world titles, opportunities, even at this stage of his career, might still be there. Big fight later tonight, of course. Juan Manuel Marquez against Juan Diaz for the vacant WBO title. Joan Guzman against Romanov, maybe for the IBF title. And there's the big punching Valero against Pitalua for the vacant WBC title. I'll be following all that, but it's a complicated situation. It might be, though, the bottom line is that Thaxton gets an opportunity if he can come through this.
Well, who needs to come through this? You know, we expect Thaxton to win. He has to win it impressively, obviously, to get himself a shot into the mainstream, onto the world scene.
Always a factor, potentially, with Thaxton, is that he does mark up, he can cut.
He's got them high cheekbones as Thaxton. And he's been known to cut, as you so rightly said. Just got to be sensible, got to keep everything tight. We know he can punch. Tactics.
Mezaache said to us yesterday, my translator, Mr. Rosenthal, told me that Thaxton was dangerous at range, big hooks, but he wasn't so good when you got into what he described as halfway territory, when you're inside. He thought that he could outbox him. Well, we'll see.
Well, Thaxton off to a good start.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance at the moment, but he can switch hit, of course. As so many fighters do who've had time in the Ingle Gym in Sheffield, where he was earlier in his career. Now trained by Graham Everett.
Thaxton targeting the body area, looking to slow this guy down with body shots. He's a bit of a mover.
An opponent in common in Dave Stewart. Thaxton, you might remember, a year or two ago, stopped him in the 12th round. Mezaache actually lost on points to Stewart. Oh my word!
And that caught him right behind the ear. Knocked his senses totally to pieces. Caught him right behind the ear. Very uncommon place to get hit, but devastating.
It could end here and now. Now, what's going on here?
Gum shield. Gum shield's come out of his mouth, buying for time.
He spat the gum shield out, I think. That's the old pro trick.
Yeah, buying for time. Good for him. His legs have gone. Look at his legs, have totally left him.
Well, this will buy him precious seconds. Referee didn't like it. He's taking a point away. He's taking a point away. So it would already be a 10-8 round with the knockdown. That's going to make it 10-7. Good shot though from Mezaache there. Landed pretty flush on Thaxton. Thaxton just blinked. Is he going to see it through? It was clever stuff from Mezaache. Against the rules, of course, throwing that gum shield out, spitting it out, but that's what he did, and it's helped him survive to the bell to end the first round. Big shot from Jon Thaxton. There he was, the right hand.
Right behind the ear.
Lost his balance and his legs really betrayed him after that. He was in very, very unsteady territory for a while, was Mezaache. But he looks as though he's recovered.
Thaxton's so heavy-handed for this weight division. He really is.
penetrating the body. First 3 rounds, Mezaache said, were crucial to him. If I get through those, he said, I'm going to win the fight. Well, at the moment, it doesn't look as though he's going to go through the first 3 rounds. Another big right hand, staggered unsteadily and looked towards his corner, where his brother is shouting encouragement.
And Mezaache keeps the elbows right down into his stomach to try and protect his ribs from the body punches that Thaxton's throwing. Thaxton's just going to have a little bit more patience. He's got this guy on the run. Just has to be patient.
Mixed at a high level from really early in his career, did Jon Thaxton. There are losses on his record against top names, men like Jason Rowlands, Ricky Hatton, famously, and Eamon McGee. But arguably, he's a better fighter now than he was 6 or 7 years ago. And when you think that he had that serious car accident back in, was it 2004, which looked as though he was going to threaten his career, still in here in 2009 with that European title, which he certainly has no plans of relinquishing yet a while.
Well, he's found his true weight, Thaxton. He's a lightweight through and through. His power is really good. Just being just a little bit reckless for me, Thaxton. He's looking for that big punch, he's looking for that knockout blow.
Not been able to find the punch to follow up that first round knockdown, which presumably with the deducted point means it's a 10-7 round. That hurt him. That right hand really dug in. Mezaache wanted to hold on. Body shots are what's taking the toll, Duke. That's why he's dropping his gloves, and that's why Thaxton is trying to detonate hooks on the head. Body shots have done it.
Well, Thaxton's a well-schooled boxer. Knows how to mix it up, knows when to turn it on. Just got to keep flicking with the jab, work his way through, find his way through behind that jab, then I just unload with the big shots. He's just trying to walk Mezaache down.
Mezaache trying to stay busy, isn't he? But he's not got too much in his punches so far. Nothing which has made Thaxton do any more than just blink a little bit in discomfort.
Well, Mezaache's game plan is obvious. You know, stay out of the way for the first part of the fight and try and come into it in the second half of the fight. Be like a pickpocket and just nick.
Jon Thaxton being told, goodness sake, let your shots go. Well, that's one which certainly did go. That was that big right hand, and you saw his arm came down. Mezaache was hurt by that one.
Well, when you're this close to a big one, when you're this close to a world championship fight, every fight there's a potential banana skin. He could slip up, Thaxton. Just being a little bit too eager.
Mezaache starting with greater purpose in this round. Trying to use his boxing skills and work behind that jab, and the 1 or 2 French fans who are here at ringside, you perhaps giving the shouts in the background when he lands. That was a solid looking right hand as well which got through.
Well, Thaxton's just taking silly shots in his eagerness to get in to land his one big shot.
Punch after the break there from Mezaache.
Thaxton very weary about cuts, and I just saw in that little infringement there when they came together, turned his head very deliberately to the side.
Referee Paravecchio covers some distance in officiating, doesn't he? Whizzing around the ring.
Mezaache like a jack in a box, springing up and down, side to side.
He's had a much better round here, Duke.
He's had a good round.
So far, Thaxton has not been able to find the power shot, and in fact that's a good shot there from Mezaache.
Well, what he's done, Mezaache, in this round he's exercised just how elusive he can be.
And he's jabbed well, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Boxing well. Slightly the taller man, Mezaache, stands about 5'7". Became a dad this year.
Thaxton needs to find a way to slow this guy down, slow the pace of the fight down, where he can get those punches on.
Uncertain sort of round this for Thaxton. And Mezaache saw that right hand coming from way back. Started somewhere near Cromer, that one. Good shot again from Thaxton. But this has been good boxing from Mezaache, very much better. And showing more of the pedigree, which has him as the French champion. Good right hand. Thaxton walked straight into that one. You'll have your own opinions back home, no doubt, as you watch this European title fight from Norwich. The way I saw that one, I reckon that third round went to the Frenchman, Anthony Mezaache.
Yep, I think Mezaache just nicked it. But they were right in Thaxton's corner. I think he could lose heart quite quickly. But he started off really well in this round, Mezaache, with the right hand. Showing Thaxton the jab and pumping the right hand straight through.
How good is his punch resistance going to be? Is it going to let him down again if Thaxton gets through and hits him clean with one of those breaking hooks, which are his trademark punches?
Well, the thing is about Thaxton, he can take you out in the first round or the last round. His concentration is excellent.
Really popular guy within the sport, Jon Thaxton. I thought it was telling at the big British boxing writers' dinner back in autumn when he was introduced as European champion. It was one of the biggest cheers of the night. And I was talking to him about that yesterday, and he said, I just wish my dad could have been there. And you see his father there at ringside, directly behind Mick Hennessy, the promoter. Looks as though Mezaache might have a cut within the mouth, maybe. It could be his lip. Blood coming from his mouth. He's landing plenty, Mezaache. It's a good left-hand lead, lovely shot.
Again, Thaxton coming forward, and Mezaache trying to time that right hand. He's swinging it over.
As you said earlier, though, for a lightweight, he is so heavy-handed, Thaxton.
Well, I don't think Mezaache has the power to...
Oh, good shot, good right hand.
Commentator's curse, I was going to say, didn't have the power to hurt Thaxton.
And Mezaache celebrated, didn't he, as he landed it?
Yes.
Much as said, oh, that's better from Thaxton. This fight is really warming up now. The feeling it's at a really crucial stage now, this is fourth round here. Thaxton had a bad third, done better in this round. Mezaache with that 3, maybe 4-point deficit from the first couple of rounds, though. Got a really big uphill battle if he's going to come back from that. Closing seconds of the fourth round. Mezaache has recovered well from that first round knockdown and landing plenty of shots like that. He's got hand speed, but Thaxton has the greater power. We talked about Jon Thaxton's cheekbones and the fragile nature of his skin. You can see a bit of grazing there around underneath his left eye. No great problem so far, but it shows that Mezaache has been getting through. We've got Thaxton ahead, and well ahead, but Mezaache is coming back into it.
Well, Thaxton for me just isn't flowing right now. There's not enough consistency behind his work. Winning the rounds nonetheless, but it doesn't look as comfortable or as smooth as what he does normally.
Fourth round was close. How did you score it?
I gave that round to Thaxton, the last round.
He's getting clipped by that right hand. It will have a cumulative effect if it keeps landing. Mezaache, the younger man, only in his 23rd professional fight. Thaxton has been from a pro for donkey's years. Back in 1992 he turned pro. Tonight in his 43rd. He knows all about going the 12-round distance. Mezaache has never had to do it. Thaxton has trained for it on numerous occasions and actually gone the 12-round distance 4 times. Mezaache, I remind you, said if I get through those first 3 rounds, it's going to be my fight.
Well, Mezaache doing a good job in this round. He's frustrating Thaxton. He's just touching him and just stepping off left or right. There's a lot of movement from him. And as Thaxton plods forward, he keeps his chin down really well, does Mezaache. Doesn't pick up too much in return.
The only man to have beaten Thaxton over the 12-round distance, Ricky Hatton. He can fight a bit.
I said before, you know, that obviously wasn't Thaxton's true weight. He is a lightweight and a very powerful lightweight at that.
I suppose long-term, Manny Pacquiao might come back down to lightweight. He'd fancy coming to Norwich, wouldn't he?
Wouldn't that be a fight?
Well, he's done pretty well here as Jon Thaxton in the early stages, but Mezaache is right back in here. And that's a good uppercut. Great shot from Thaxton, from Mezaache rather. Right hand almost put him down.
Oh, Thaxton's legs just nearly deserted him. He almost sat down on the back on his seat. Then he got decked.
Great shot from Mezaache. That's his best punch of the fight so far. And there's been a cumulative effect of these punches which Mezaache has been landing. Thaxton loses the round. Anthony Mezaache is right back in this fight with punches like that. That right hand came so close to putting Thaxton down.
Well, he was a little bit off balance as well, but there was a punch landed nevertheless. But that served as a wake-up call for Thaxton. You know, he's been here before.
Well, we've got Mezaache winning rounds 3 and 5. Would be an argument, I think, that he might have won the 4th as well. I know you scored it the other way, Duke, but you never know. Mezaache is certainly right back in it.
He did a good job in that last round. Again, frustrating Thaxton with this constant movement that he keeps giving him.
Well, they'll have looked, won't they, at how Yuri Romanov beat Thaxton.
Romanov world-class, undoubtedly.
They said they've studied him long and hard.
Well, that would have given him enough confidence, Mezaache, to continue doing what he's doing. And he's looking for the right uppercut, which he had so much success with in that last round. Thaxton needs to regroup, tighten his defense. Keep the pressure on Mezaache, break him down. He needs to break his heart, so he needs one of his trademark big left hooks or right hands. Stop this guy in his tracks.
Mezaache's speed is giving him the edge right now.
Mezaache's got a big busted lip. Thaxton needs to try and concentrate on landing more punches on that, giving him something to think about.
That was early, I think, that he got that injury, probably in the first couple of rounds. Thaxton landed with his right-hand lead, and that counter-sweeping hook from Mezaache didn't miss by an awful lot.
Well, Mezaache, you know, supposedly strictly a non-puncher. 3 stoppages in all of his fights. He's not a big puncher, but getting through on Thaxton.
Good fight, interesting fight. Trade paper Boxing News said that this might not be the foregone conclusion that some people were suggesting. They don't often get it too far wrong in that publication.
Thaxton looks a little bit weary to me, John. He looks just a little bit lacklustre. There's not enough snap in his punches for me at this halfway stage.
Turning into a hard fight for Thaxton. Every time he lands, of course, the effect of it's accentuated by the crowd who roar his every success. He had a better round there. There's the corner. Graham Everett. Dominic Ingle leaning over the ropes, looking after any damage to his face, and Graham Everett whispering instructions.
I know he's tagging you for the first half a minute, John, but he's running, he's dummying you, then he's running in. And when he's running in, you're tucking up and
you're not throwing. That's how Duke's got it right now.
You're just edging him, but the kid's going to start
that 5th round,
your jab.
It could be that went the other way, maybe, and that would make it closer.
You're not throwing enough, you're tucking up and not throwing it.
Ok, fait plaisir à tout le monde. Sans physiquement là. On attaque le 7e, ok. Lui il est fatigué aussi, attention, hein. Ok. Donc 2-3 coups, et hop, tu sors. Ne cherche pas des coups lourds.
Working way to that damaged mouth there, you see.
Ça sert à rien.
It's cut inside the lip. Nasty. Sixth round was an interesting one. Not a lot between it again. This is where the scorers, the judges at ringside, could become absolutely crucial. How do they view it? Speed, accuracy of Mezaache, or the greater power of Thaxton as he walks his man down? It's a good shot from Thaxton, good left hand.
It's frustrating for Thaxton. He can taste the world title opportunity that may lie in wait for him after this fight, but he can't overlook this man.
I've got Thaxton ahead in the fight.
Yeah, I've got him well ahead.
He looks more likely, doesn't he, with those big punches sooner or later, even now, although Mezaache is having his share of success. You just get the feeling maybe that there's a big Thaxton punch going to come and really scramble him.
Yeah, I've got Thaxton well ahead in this fight. Just can't afford to take sloppy punches off of Mezaache. Could open up a cut, the desperation sets in. Just got to keep his wits about him.
Switch to orthodox now, leading off with the left hand.
The pace has dropped from Thaxton. I don't like it. His pace has dropped alarmingly.
Aimed to throw that overhand right, and Mezaache saw it coming and said, no, you've not hurt me this time. Thaxton's face not marking up any more badly at the moment. There's just that damage around the left eye. Mezaache with that damaged bottom lip and his mouth hanging open. It's proving to be an awkward evening for Jon Thaxton, this. That's a good right hand, though, as Mezaache came in close. Two of them landed almost simultaneously. Interesting. Thaxton is not finding it particularly easy. Well, you've heard what me and Duke are making of it. See what Barry's thinking. Barry, how have you got it now?
Yeah, guys, I have Thaxton a couple of rounds ahead, but he's beginning to tire, and Duke pointed out there that he was looking, he'd like dropped a couple of gears in the middle of that round, which was pretty obvious near the end of the round. Maybe he's just taking a breather, maybe he's just taking a round off and then start applying the pressure again with this guy, but it's not an easy fight. We did say it was going to be awkward. This guy's a mover. He gets in and out of distance. He's very hard to hit clean, and Thaxton's just got to keep his patience and keep chopping away at him and start lifting his shots as opposed to bringing them around the side. He should be lifting his shots off the jab, and he'd have a better chance, but I think he'll finally get to him.
We've had 7 rounds, and we now move to the 8th. Jon Thaxton defending his European title. Jono in the black and yellow shorts against the 30-year-old Parisian Anthony Mezaache. Should think he might be given the freedom of Clichy if he wins this one.
But there's more urgency behind his work now. Thaxton, for me.
Keep your punches up.
Has to keep coming forward, Thaxton. Keep working away, keep looking for the openings.
Thaxton knows all about going the 12-round distance. He's starting to look increasingly as though he might have to do so again. Trying to walk Mezaache down and find a big shot.
He doesn't have to give Mezaache any more confidence than he already has. Big deep there, big deep breath from Mezaache. Constant switching by Thaxton from right to left hand.
He's trying to confuse Mezaache, trying to set him out of his stride. But I wonder how the French camp are reading this now. Are they thinking their man's doing enough? Is it doing enough to maybe nick this one? They always say that when you go to an opponent's territory, you've got to do more than just pinch a title, you've got to really win it.
Well, he'll have to go some to win this.
Well, we'll hear from his manager between rounds and see how they are making it go at this stage. Gabriel Clark's got his microphone poised. Bernard Roos in that rather splendid Stetson.
Thaxton taking punches now. He's taking shots. He's just walking into
a really solid left-hand lead. Walked into it.
He looks tired, Johnny. Looks. I mean, that punch should never have caught him. The right hand over the top should never have caught him. He's digging in now, and he needs to.
Is he going to unravel Thaxton?
Well, Thaxton's got the heart of a champion, but he's taking punches aimlessly now at the end of this round.
He's really struggling at this stage, I think, suddenly, like a marathon runner. Has he hit the wall? Good round for Mezaache. Thaxton started well, then Mezaache in the last few seconds really dominated. Let's go to Gabriel and see how their corner are now reading it. Gabriel, it's all yours.
Yeah, Bernard Roos, you're getting cheered up in this French corner now, aren't you? Just 2 points behind, we have it now.
Very good. I would say I had 3 for the English. I would say 2 is very fair, but it's very sad because in fact the 2, that's the one we lost in the first round, and we lost exactly on what we knew that we had to avoid, because Jonathan in fact is a southpaw, but his power is on the right hand, and we said that a lot of times, and that's really a shame.
Now, we talked before the fight about this being the key part for your guys psychologically. Has your man got the mettle now, the mental strength to turn this around?
I think so, honestly. I was looking at his eyes, and it seems less to be really focused, because normally at this time of the fight, that's where he's losing the focus, but he seems really he's in the match. He knows that he has a chance.
Thank you, Bernal. Thank you. Back to John.
Mezaache has started this round off really quickly. Just sensed at the end of that last round, he was just getting through quite cleanly to Thaxton. Thaxton's got to find a way to turn this back into his favour. I've still got Thaxton in quite a comfortable lead. Just had a bad last round.
He ran out of gas rather alarmingly in those last 30 seconds, though. It all started when he walked into what looked like a relatively innocuous left-hand lead from Mezaache, and it looked as though it went right down to the boots of Thaxton. Can't miss him with the jab, can he?
No. Thaxton can't afford to blow hot and cold. But sometimes, unfortunately, when you come off a big victory like his last one, you know, you want to produce the same again, but it's just not there.
The memories of that defeat against Yuri Romanov are still just a little bit too fresh in the mind of some Thaxton followers, and Mezaache is now getting right into his face.
He's pushing Thaxton back now and punching and meeting him punch for punch. Another right hand by Mezaache.
Thaxton's nose bleeding now, the eyes bruised up. And his referee Massimo Baravecchio, who was in charge against the Romanov fight and stopped Thaxton on that occasion, said that it was all over.
This isn't vintage Thaxton at all. He needs to dig in now.
I just wonder whether the referee is going to maybe be saying this is once again a Thaxton defeat. It's looking worrying times these now for Thaxton.
He starts the round so brightly, and then all of a sudden he kind of just stops work and everything just goes in slow motion.
The judges will be watching closely, and he's fancying it, you know.
Of course he's fancying it, because he's not getting hurt and he's landing clean punches on Thaxton.
Thaxton supporters anxious, trying to raise his morale.
Thaxton's got to tap on those hidden resources. He is the European champion, and for a very good reason.
Another big shot from Mezaache, good right hand, and he knew it as soon as he landed. Showboating, confident, and Thaxton is eating a lot of leather now.
His face is marking up as well, John. Mezaache is piling it on.
Thaxton is starting to look a bit of a mess in here. Big round this, he's cut. It's on the left cheekbone. That's a mess.
It's a big round for Mezaache.
Big round for the Frenchman. Here's the title here. Now, is it going to change hands, I wonder? The gap must be narrowing with the moment. That's a nasty cut, and they've got to work away there now. Dominic Ingle has got to earn his money.
Get your legs out and get your recovery.
He's the cuts man. And Thaxton took a lot of big shots.
Well, he was missing with a lot as well. Little sneak right hand there from Mezaache, and that's what caused that cut.
There are a lot of good right hands came through from Mezaache.
Focusing in front of him and not throwing them punches out. You've got to whack them both sides.
Well, here's how Duke's got it. I have to say, I've got it a little bit closer than that.
No easy running.
That even round, I gave to Mezaache.
You've got to cross block him and fire out the cross block. Listen, cut your teeth like they've never been gritted before. John,
round 10. Into the 10th round. The last 3 rounds, in all probability, will decide this. Thaxton now has got to show his fighting heart, and he's got to somehow try to slip some of these punches, which he is eating with alarming regularity. What a good fight it's turning out to be. That cut starting to seep blood again. It's a nasty gash. Not affecting Thaxton's vision, though. It looks horrendous.
I'd like to see Thaxton change his tactics. He starts the rounds fast and then fades towards the end. Maybe start a little bit slower and pick it up towards the end. Nick these rounds. Show the judges that he can nick the rounds. But Mezaache now is really piling it on.
How much has Jon Thaxton got left? This is real of fighting bravery from Thaxton, but Mezaache is matching fire with fire. Good jabs from Thaxton.
Oh, he's needed that. Just to get his confidence back, he's needed them jabs. But Mezaache is coming straight back at him.
The crowd are absolutely with Thaxton. Every blow here. Interestingly, Thaxton, I think, looks more effective when he fights out of the orthodox stance.
Yes.
He leads off with the left hand. Oh dear, good right hand that from Mezaache.
And the crowd on their feet now. Some of the crowd on this side are actually on their feet. So this boy's doing a good job. This Mezaache is doing a good job. Thaxton's gone tired again. He put so much into them punches.
This 90 seconds or so, 80 seconds now, is going to feel like an awful long time for Jon Thaxton. He's fighting on bravery and on instinct. Mezaache is cut as well.
Thaxton's desperately tired. Desperately tired. He's got to find something from somewhere.
Well, you certainly look at the two men right now, if you were walking in here and hadn't seen the fight. And Mezaache now rocked back onto the ropes. Tiredness as much as anything, I think. If you walked in right now, you'd say that Mezaache was winning it.
This is quite unbelievable, really. Because Mezaache is outstrengthening Thaxton.
How important that knockdown in the first round might prove to be, though. And that deducted point when he spat out his gun shield. Jono, Jono is the chant of the Norwich crowd. Electric atmosphere here. What a blood and guts performance from both men.
Well, Mezaache said he had a game plan and he knew what he was going to do, and it looks that way. He's got Thaxton again.
And a big right hand from Thaxton in the closing seconds of the round. What a round this has been. What a round. They will remember that, the two of them, for a long, long time. That was a tremendous round. Naked, unadulterated bravery from both men.
Obligé d'aller au bout maintenant, ok?
Wow. Cross blocking when you're going John on fire. Good deep breaths, come on. Good deep breaths.
These are the two most important rounds of your life.
Well, nobody can blame Thaxton for not biting on the gum shield, but look at the punches that he's taking from Mezaache, but he comes back with his own hooks.
He don't like it.
He was on the receiving end there. Big right hand from Mezaache. Thaxton, remember, almost seemed to floor him with one sweeping hook, but that was all Mezaache there. But then back came Thaxton, bravely with that short left hand. 2 rounds, he's being told by his brother Frank. Well, what a fight we've got here now.
Can Thaxton hold on? That's the question.
I'm not going to even try to second-guess the judges. Thaxton knows how important it is, though, that he wins these last 2 rounds.
Well, Thaxton never does anything the easy way. Every fight is grueling, every fight has an exciting finish. This one proves to be exactly the same.
Mezaache picking him off with that left-hand lead.
He's like a pickpocket, John. He just throws these little punches, just enough to rock Thaxton's head back. But the crowd need to summon Thaxton up.
Jono, Jono, the chants go up once more. Good left hand from Thaxton. He's on wobbly legs. Thaxton's so tired, though. He surely saw it, but he couldn't just find the follow-up.
Well, both boxers tired now, desperately so. Tactics have gone out the window. It's about heart and desire from here. And who takes the better punch?
Yeah, you can forget about your sweet skills right now. This is pub car park stuff. And who is going to have the champion's resolve in the last 4.5 minutes? Thaxton takes a big right uppercut. And another good right hand from Mezaache, who says, yeah, that's it.
Well, the difference between these two at the minute is that Mezaache's fighting like a champion. And Thaxton's fighting like the guy that's got to hang on to the championship. He knows how to do that, certainly, but his defence is all over the place.
This has been another good round for Mezaache so far. Thaxton needs a big last minute. Looks desperately tired.
Thaxton's just got to do enough to catch the judge's eye, but it's Mezaache who's really piling on with an uppercut.
Big right hand, Thaxton rides it out though. How did he stay up with that? Terrific attack from Mezaache, big right hand. And Thaxton bravely now comes back. Last 30 seconds, can he produce a grandstand last 30?
Needs to keep working, Thaxton, keep plodding forward. Keep the chin down, the hands up.
Thaxton was so proud in taking the title back in October. First defence, and he takes two more big headshots and holds on, tired.
Desperately so.
The French corner are almost in the ring with him, shouting their encouragement.
Well, they're so animated, the referee should really tell them.
Maybe, who knows, it may be that this last 3 minutes could determine the outcome of the fight. I wonder.
Come on, ice pack, please. Right, John, deep breathe. You've got to go out and give it your best here, John, isn't it? Everything you've got.
There were big attacks from Mezaache in that round. That big right hand, how did Thaxton stay up from that? That was the one which I thought would have floored many a fighter. But he just took it. One round remaining. That's how Duke's got it. I've got it closer.
12 and last round.
The Norwich faithful try and inspire their man. Great show of respect as the two embrace before what is going to be a surely richly dramatic last 3 minutes. They will go toe-to-toe and wage fistic warfare.
Mezaache is so fired up. He can sense victory, he can taste victory. He knows that if he can land some good shots on Thaxton, maybe he's forced a late stoppage.
But Thaxton will not want to give anything up, and the right eye now of Mezaache is gone. He's also got an evil cut there. Good job for him, that didn't come earlier in the fight. And that will now, he can't see through that right eye, I don't think. He's blinking really uncomfortably, and Thaxton will sense that there is a final possible twist in the tail. He's looking anxiously at his corner, Mezaache, as much as to say, is this as bad as it feels? And they'll just say, just keep going, find your way through to the final bell.
Well, Thaxton can't throw the combinations now, he's too tired. So he's got a pot shot, he's got to look for single punches. You know, try the old tricks, hold on with the blind side of the referee, step on this guy's toe, pull his head down, shoulder him off, whatever it takes to hang on to the championship.
This has been a savage fight. And Thaxton comes back once more.
It's a desperately close fight.
Boxing isn't everybody's cup of tea, I know that, but just look at the fans here, empathising with their man. They so want Thaxton to somehow hold on to this title that he carries so proudly.
But he looks tired, he looks dejected. He'll be glad to hear the end of this fight. Mezaache also now tired, but will is just driving him on.
Jono, Jono, the chants go up again. Mezaache trying to showboat. His right eye is a mess. Thaxton also badly damaged. They're not going to be back in the ring for a while, these two.
It's been a good fight.
It's been a terrific fight.
It's a big last round by Mezaache.
You'd see this one again. Whether either of them would want it again is a completely different matter. Whoever wins this maybe won't want to see the other guy again.
Well, I've just got Thaxton ahead, but I've got Mezaache winning this round.
Could even be a draw, of course. Don't forget that as a possibility. Terrific fight. Thaxton was 9-1 on to win it. And look at that. They know that that is a fight they will remember for the rest of their lives. Terrific performance from both men. That was a little cracker. Who is going to keep this European title tonight? Will it be Thaxton or will it be claimed by Mezaache? Who will go with the European belt? He wants to know what his corner think. Has he done enough? They're not sure. Mezaache thinks he's done it, and it's such an agonising wait. Mezaache is being chaired around the ring by his brother Frank. He thinks he's the new champion. Thaxton thinks he's still the champion. He waves to his fans. Who are you? Who are you? The fans chant. The British fans, that is. Well, his name's Anthony Mezaache, and he's produced an epic night of boxing action along with a proud champion in Jon Thaxton. The scores are being tallied. It must be close, this one. Words from Junior Witter for his friend Jon Thaxton. They're checking on the scores. British Boxing Board of Control having a look, the European officials as well, the judges, Adrian Zanoni, Beat Hasseman and Francisco Marcos. And how are they going to have it? It must be close. Well, there are the deliberations of the wise men, and it is being passed up to our master of ceremonies, who is having a close look at it to see exactly how it is and to get it absolutely right. Who's going to have won this terrific fight here in Norwich? I think now we can go into the ring. The referee's having a look as well. He wants to know who's got it, whose hand is he going to be raising. Well, here it comes. Is it going to be a Jon Thaxton night or a night of French celebration? Here is the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Beat Hasseman scores it 115 to 112. Judge Francisco Vasquez Marcos scores it 115 to 111. And Judge Adrio Zanoni scores it 114 to 113. All to your winner by unanimous decision, and new European lightweight champion, Anthony Mezaache.
It's a French victory. The margins wider than we thought, but it is an emphatic and unanimous decision. Thaxton loses his European title, and Anthony Mezaache is the new champion. Jon Thaxton getting a terrific ovation from the crowd. Mezaache said that he had a plan, and that if he got through the first 3 rounds, he would implement it. He got nailed in the first round, went down, doctor point, but it wasn't enough for Thaxton. And it was the work rate and precision of Mezaache which enabled him to prevail, and he is the new European champion.
Thank you, John. He had a plan and he delivered. The judges, one judge giving it by 3 rounds, one by astonishingly a 4-round margin, and one by just a single point, but all to this very competent man from Clichy in Paris, Anthony Mezaache. Jon Thaxton will be a very, very disappointed man. We will endeavour to have a word with Mezaache, but he has come and done the business as the Frenchman, and Jon Thaxton has a lot to think about. Anthony Mezaache, though, what a recovery after losing that first round by 10 points to 7 by 3 clear points. Rejoin us very shortly in Norwich.